Hello, hello. Grampy Bandit here, and welcome back to my little Minecraft world. Thought I'd make a second video for you guys and spend some time making additions to my village here and showing you around, maybe give you a little tour, and then as my primary thing, I'm gonna talk about my personal history with this game and how it's affected me over the years. So yeah, second video. The first one did, pretty well for me standards. That is, 50 something views in a few days, which compared to, the five or so that I would get in high school, it's not too bad. So I'll definitely take it. And considering I kind of made that last minute without putting too much into it, we'll have to see what it takes when I actually plan to do it in advance this time. So why don't I give you a little tour of what I've got so far. It's not much, but I've just started this world, so thought I'd show you around. I got this little bridge here. I got this little pond with my two axolotls, which I'm probably going to breed and try and get the dark blue one, which could be a terrible mess. I have no idea. This right here is where the big hill was that I was mining out in the last video. And I had a little house here. And it's supposed to be for my weaponsmiths. I think that's what the word for them is. Yeah, there we go. Weaponsmiths. And yeah, I put barrels in here because I was like, oh yeah, they need to store their stuff. And that made some fishermen show up, which was not exactly what I was intending. So I might end up replacing these with chests, but we'll have to see. But yeah, and they've got their little iron blocks. Shows you, I'm kind of rich. I can put iron blocks in a build. What can I say? No. But there's a little cute little house for them with their couple beds, a couple of stone gutters. We'll see if I add anything to it, but this was kind of something to throw together to fill out that empty space from the major hill that I mined. And then, yeah, I also put, since the last time you saw the video, I put a little road around so I can actually get around more easily. And probably going to spend some time expanding that in this video. And there's the tree from the last video on a little hill that looks a little bit better. Doesn't have a bunch of path blocks everywhere. And yeah, it's my nether portal over here. It's where I went last time. And noticeably has more blockage to it, so hopefully people aren't climbing into it as much and I don't have to commit some villager side. Yeah, added this little section right here, just a little quarters. Added some smokers in here and some beds. I don't know that the villagers, now that I'm looking at it literally right now, I don't think villagers can claim these as job blocks because they're in the wall. So this might just be a place for villagers to sleep, which is fine. Got some coal blocks. I really like these designs where it's kind of built into the wall like this. Like I've got this little pathway, which originally when I settled on this village, this was just a big hill. There was no tunnel under it, but I was like, well, there's village parts on both sides. Why don't I just dig a hole through and put up these little pillars? So that's what I did, and I like that. I think this is cute. I think this is probably my favorite part of what I've built so far, even though it didn't really take that much work. But just placing some stone where random ores were and putting up some pillars. But I really like it. I think I'm gonna put a second little quarters right here in this wall as well. Got this bridge going over here. Just a little bridge. Again, kind of similar style where I'm putting these pillars up. I like that. I like things in Minecraft where things aren't floating, you know? They're being held up by things. I don't know if that's a me thing. That's probably not a me thing. It's probably just a normal design, Minecraft design thing, but and yeah, goes up here as well. A lot of default houses. I intend to change out, or at least improve pretty much all of these default houses into something that's more my style. Not exactly sure how that'll go down, but yeah. And then here is the library. This is where I keep my librarians. I got my bookshelves here, which are not complete, but yeah, each section here between these stairs is eventually going to be set up with bookshelves. And this iron golem's blocking my way, so congrats. You're gonna unfortunately die. I didn't, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, so each one of these is going to be filled out with books. Turns out, when you forget to breed your cows, it's kind of hard to get leather really quickly. So, but yeah, we've got each of these lecterns. There we go. Right here. I don't know. I made this out of tough bricks. And I really like the new tough bricks in this update, or whichever update they were added. I'm kind of a fan, but I don't know. I don't know if it fits in with the rest of my village. So, you know, I've got a couple options. You know, I can change out the cobblestone and the rest of the village with tough. Obviously, I've got a giant wall of cobblestone. I don't think that's getting changed out. That's a lot. This was like 30 stacks of cobblestone, so I don't really want to mine that much tough. But yeah, I might change out the other things. I guess I probably shouldn't stare at them while they be doing happy times. But yeah, so a lot of these are just kind of, they're defaults, but I'm looking to expand it. And yeah, so that's what I've got so far. Not a ton of stuff. Here, I'll go show you the little bridge I have over there as well. One of the core Minecraft things for me is building over water. I just love it. I don't know why, but just the idea of, like, you know, conquering the land well enough that I, you know, have this nice bridge over the water that's all lit up and organized. Even though there's nothing over here yet. It's nice, you know, I like that. I like that. And I got a little rise right there so that I can put my boat under. That's pretty nice. This whole lake on both sides, you can't really see it because the chunks are cut off, but this whole lake on both sides is completely cut off. There's no like rivers, so I'm probably gonna light up the whole thing end to end. Oh god, there's a dude throwing tridents at me. I don't really want to mess with him. And that's why I want to light things up, so I don't have to deal with those guys. And it'll look nice. I think, like, seeing this whole thing lit up at the bottom at night, I think could be really cool to see as you're crossing the bridge. But yeah, that's all I have so far. I'm looking to, as time goes on, kind of turn this whole thing into a tight-knit little community, you know? I don't like having a bunch of empty space. I want things filling all of the space so it feels, you know, very lived in. I see a lot of people on YouTube, like, add lore and stuff to their builds, and I think that's probably pretty cool. You know, I think I might try doing that over time. Like, maybe, I don't know. I like the idea of like adding books, you know? Like I added this guy's house. This house right here is a carbon copy of this, but I built this one. And I like the idea of like adding a chest in here and like putting a book in it. And it's like, this guy built my house one block too close to this guy where my roof is touching his. It's so annoying. I don't know, something like that. Just seems silly to me. Seems kind of goofy. And I like that. I like that idea. I'll go ahead and start working on building some roads. Oh, no, you know what? I literally said it 2 minutes ago, and then I didn't do it. I'm going to breed my cows right here, right now. No one can stop me. Yeah. This is you, bud. This is you. Uh-huh. Yeah. How do you feel about it? Nope. Nope. Okay. Nope. Alright. There's not enough of you until my frame rate goes to 2 frames per second, alright? You know, if experience comes out of them whenever they're breeding, does that mean... Never mind. I don't care. Alright. After that seizure fest, I'm kind of realizing that I don't have any chickens. I guess I forgot to ever get any. So why don't I do that first while I start talking about stuff? Now the great thing about this is if I have extra seeds, I can just pretend they don't exist by putting them in the auto composter. This thing is nice. I'd like to do more redstone stuff that isn't the, you know, absolute simplest thing in the world. But yeah, I thought I would spend some time today talking about my personal experience with Minecraft and how it's affected me over the years. And, you know, just how I got into it, and all that stuff. Minecraft has been a part of my life for more time at this point than it hasn't been. So I started playing Minecraft way back in beta. I think I actually started pretty much in the golden age of beta. You know, 1.7 that everybody talks about these days is the true perfect Minecraft. That was my first ever experience with Minecraft, and I was at the time 8 years old, I think. Yeah, summer of 2011. And I had this kid move into town, and he had this game on his laptop that he had to show me. And it was this game where you had a bunch of blocks, and you flew around, and you built with the blocks, and placed things, and you know, you have these hearts, and there's zombies, and they try to kill you, and that was Minecraft. And that was, gosh, let's see. You know, thinking back now, I actually think it may have been beta 1.8, because there was creative mode. I think that's when creative mode came out. I could be wrong. I'm not a beta expert. I don't look into it too much, but I do remember we started playing in creative mode specifically, and that was where we spent all our time. It's chickens. Let's go. Heck yeah. Come on, guys. Let's go. Time to go home. Oh, you know what? I have leads. I should have definitely brought those and not just gone seeds, but that's okay. You guys are cute. I'm taking a screenshot of this. There we go. Video thumbnail right there. Yeah, when we would go around and mostly just mess with stuff. I don't think we really had the capacity in our child brains to think, oh, I want to make something cool, or, put effort into stuff. It was a lot more just, uh, what random stuff can I do? Can I put arrows in these dispensers and shoot a bunch at once so I can automatically kill mobs and stuff? And of course, this was all, like I said, in creative. But I do remember one time I tried creating a new world, and I went into survival, and I saw the hearts, and Jack was like, "No, you can't do that. You can't go into there. It's bad. It's inappropriate. We're not allowed to do that." And like, looking back now and thinking about um, like seeing survival mode as like too scary for children, too inappropriate, is just so funny. Um, but of course, I didn't know any better because I'd never played survival before. Um, but we gave it a couple years, and we were really obsessed with the Minecraft trailer. At least I was, in particular. Um, that definitely was such a classic. Um, like, it was almost nostalgia in the present. Like, when I would view that, I would get nostalgic, even though I never even had my own copy of Minecraft at that point. I'd always played it at his house. But I remember, like, mentioning it, building the houses, and talking about you need to build the strongest armor you can craft and all this stuff, and making a roller coaster in it. And it was just a magical experience. But yeah, eventually we did get around to playing a survival world. It took us a while, but we did. And we explored around and kept trying to mine coal with our fists because we didn't understand the concept of crafting or pickaxes. We were creative only. We got the blocks we wanted to do, and we built the things we wanted to build. Um, we played on his little laptop at 4 frames per second using a touchpad, which I'm sure is a classic experience for kids growing up in, early 2010s. But yeah, we ended up building a little hut next to a cave, and we thought, okay, we need to go into a mountain to go like strip mine for ores. So we ended up mining into this mountain, but we of course didn't make a pickaxe. We just mined through the entire mountain with our fist, and it took like 2 hours. And you know what? It was freaking fun. One of the best memories I've ever had. It's still definitely a core memory for me. But yeah, I remember we had to call up his cousin, who was, at the time, to us, it seemed like he was an expert at Minecraft, Oh my gosh, he's able to survive against zombies? How is this possible? And we asked him how to make sticks, and he said, put 2 wooden planks on top of each other. And so we did. We put 2 wooden planks into the same slot, and it didn't work. We're like, what? We don't understand. They're on top of each other. Turns out he meant one above the other in that slot. Didn't make any sense to us. We had that conversation for like an hour straight with this, like, him at age like 6 and me age like 8, and with this like 15, 16-year-old kid like begging him to like explain the Minecraft the Minecraft crafting recipe for sticks. Oh my goodness. Yeah, but after that I started wanting my own copy of Minecraft pretty bad. It was fun enough to play it at his house, but having the ability to play it on my own computer at home was would have been nice. And eventually, after much begging from my parents, I did end up getting Minecraft Java Edition on my own laptop. At the same time, I got a laptop. It was a laptop of my dad's that he used for work that the screen had broken. And so I had to plug it into like a TV in my room and then play. I bought this, I didn't really buy anything in those days, but I got a like wireless keyboard with a trackpad attached, and that's what I would play my first own personal Minecraft on. Was that this broken, slow, old laptop with a broken screen that was using a wireless keyboard and wireless trackpad. And you know what? I was living like a king. I'd never seen anything better in my whole life. Alright guys, single file, single file. That's how we like to do it. Let's go. But yeah, the story of how that happened was something I'll remember for a long time. I remember I'd been asking. I'd already had the laptop actually a bit before, but I remember asking my parents over and over, like, please, I want Minecraft, please. And one Christmas came around, and I woke up in the morning, and my parents said, hey, look, Santa wrote you a letter. And in the letter, Santa had said to me that he had magically put Minecraft on my laptop. And sure enough, when I went to my laptop, uh, again, with the broken screen plugged into the TV, it had Minecraft installed, and it had not had it the day before, which means that probably my dad did like a remote connection to my laptop, logged in, and installed it. And I remember the password to my account, my original Mojang account, was Santa1, and it stayed that for a long time. And even though it's not necessarily a great password, I never wanted to change it because it was just such a core memory to me that, oh, Santa got me Minecraft. He magically put Minecraft on my computer. And that was really special to me. I actually didn't play on my laptop too much. My main way of playing Minecraft was on my Xbox 360. And that too was a magical experience. Now, at first, I didn't actually have the full game on my Xbox. I actually had the demo. And those of you that know, the demo had the tutorial world on it, and that's the only thing that you could play. And you had to, I believe, finish it within like a certain amount of time, maybe 10 minutes. I don't remember now. But that world and those buildings that were set up were so magical. The atmosphere of that world, it gave me the idea that you can actually make large scale things in Minecraft, because at the time the idea of making something that was well crafted just wasn't something I understood until I saw those worlds. And I'm sure many of you have had a similar experience. There's something about going around and seeing that Minecraft sign and that big castle and going and finding all the music discs and having explained how pistons work and how how the Nether portal works and how farming works and all this stuff. It gave me just such a love for the game that I don't know that I would have otherwise. And seeing it evolve over updates as well, and change and grow was just so cool. At some point, I'm probably going to make a video going back and playing through that. I think that'd be awesome. But yeah, I remember once I fully got the game on my Xbox 360, I remember waking up early every Saturday morning, and I'd get up and I would be so excited because I want to go build something in Minecraft. I want to go build a castle or build anything. I was really into computers, so a lot of the time I wanted to make like redstone computers in Minecraft. I would see those videos online of people making redstone computers and just thinking about, like, wow, look how massive those structures are. Look how cool it is that someone could do that in Minecraft. And I would try to emulate that on my Xbox 360. And turns out, number one, the way redstone worked was not the same, and number two, it couldn't exactly handle all of the updates that it took to run a redstone computer. But that's another goal I'd like to do, is make some redstone projects where I do some actual computer science in Minecraft. But after that, it was pretty much the same story until high school, in which I started making Minecraft servers on Java again with my friends. And that I talked about a bit in the last video, but yeah, we had a few Minecraft servers that were really successful. And that was the first way that I beat the Ender Dragon. At least, not cheating in creative. And it was such an experience to beat it for the first time with friends. Like, that, I'm glad that was the first way that I beat the Ender Dragon. And it sounds like that's a very common experience for people. And I'm glad that was something I had the opportunity to do, was do that with friends. But yeah, and that pretty much brings me up to where I am now. Having a newfound love for the game and getting back into it, and finally feeling like I'm able to start accomplishing things with this long-term world that I was never able to fully accomplish alone back in the day, because I would spend a lot of time just deleting worlds and going back and forth. It's nice that I'm able to stick to something like this. And there's many more stories that I'm sure across future videos that I'll remember and bring out. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I know it's a lot of fun for me. It's been a lot of fun getting back into the swing of things and making videos again. I think a lot of my videos in the future are going to be kind of like this, just me talking about my life and my memories and that kind of stuff. I think it'll probably have some more serious stuff as time goes on. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one.